Hi, welcome to the channel. This is DNKS Legacy Productions. Dr. Norman K. Spencer Legacy Productions. We're a media company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and we stream live events and record events for streaming later. One of the things that we do a lot is stream the church services at my church. We've also streamed concerts from there. I've done a series of interviews with people for various reasons. They want to get out their message, and we help them get out their message. So a lot of the questions I get about streaming revolve around how do I stream? What do I need to stream? The first thing I talk to people about is the actual definition of streaming. What is streaming? And the definition as given on the internet, streaming refers to any media content, live or recorded, delivered to computers or mobile devices by way of the internet and played back in real time. Your service doesn't have to be streamed live. It doesn't have to be streamed while it's going on. Streaming also can be done by recording the service and streaming it later. So streaming is kind of easy. It's not really that hard, and you really don't need a lot. But the next question is, what kind of streaming do you want to do? What kind of quality do you need? What do you need? And we'll do that after this message from our sponsor. Okay, I'm back. That was a quick message from our sponsor, which is DNKS Legacy Productions. Anyway, let's talk about it. What do you really need? What you need is a camera. A camera like this, which is a DSLR, which also can take video. This is all you need to record media to stream to the internet. Or what I prefer is a camcorder, and you can use this to record and stream media to the internet. Both of these things will do a good job. I prefer the camcorder because when you get to more complicated setups, like some of the setups you've seen in some of our previous videos, it can record while the computer is also recording. So you can have a backup of what you're doing and not just rely on the recording into the computer. One of the things that we do is, I'm going to show you a real quick view of this recording studio. This is my setup here. Everything is being recorded by the computer right now. This is the output so I can see what's going on, what I'm actually recording. This is a Behringer X-Touch Mini. I use this for controlling the sliders, and now you can see my name coming up, the lower thirds, and also the bug to let you know the name of the station that you're watching. And I can use our stingers. I can put up the name of the company. I can do a number of things with this. And then the Blackmagic ATM Mini Pro is what allows me to switch back and forth from different views, and so that you can see different views of what I'm doing, different camera angles. And this is the setup that we use quite often. Actually, this is the setup that I use mostly for recording these videos, recording the videos where I'm in my studio. It's just an area in my basement that I set up for recording. What we use mostly when I'm at the church is a setup similar to this section right here. I use a computer and the X-Touch Mini and a camera, and actually this camera right here, this is the camera that I use. I showed it in a video I took a couple of days ago where I showed a setup for the church. This is the camera. I use a different laptop for that. I use a different laptop for the video at the church, but that Behringer X-Touch Mini, that's the same one that I use at the church. I just pack it up and take it with me. But these are the things that we use to record our video for streaming later. We don't actually go live right now because we can't get Comcast to come out and give us the upgrade that we need for our router to be able to handle the stream of the recordings coming across to go up to the internet, so we can't do it live. So we've been streaming our video and in the recorded sense for the last 2 or 3 years now. Since around the end of 2016, we've been recording and uploading for streaming later every Sunday for the past, since about the end of 2016. So really all you really need is how we started out in the beginning. We started out with just one camera, and we record the service and upload it to the internet. And we started out doing it because there were some nuns that were in a retirement home that couldn't get to church, and we wanted to be able to give them a copy of the service and so that they can watch the service whenever they could get whenever they wanted. We originally were putting it on DVDs for them, and now we just stream it to YouTube. We have a YouTube channel and we stream it to there, and somebody puts it on for them so they can see the service and participate in the services. And so we started doing this, and we were able to continue it when the COVID-19 started, and we had to shut down for a while, and we were able to allow our services to be continued in a limited fashion because we couldn't have people in the building, but we were still able to record the message from the pastor and get it out to our church community. But we started out with this camera, and that was pretty much it. We needed a way to upload it. I have plenty of computers because I'm a computer engineer by trade besides doing this, and I had no problem getting the media up to the internet. So really all you need is a camera and a way to get the recordings to the internet for streaming. Now you will quickly find out that it's a little more complicated than that. That is the basic thing. One of the biggest problems we ran into was sound, and you have to get sound if you want it to sound good and you want people to watch, because without good sound you you will have problems with people watching. One of the things that you want to get and the reason why we got this camera is because, I don't know if you can see it from there, because I can't. I'm using, let me see. Let me change to this view and see if I can. There we go. This has a mic jack, and that allows us to feed the sound from the soundboard directly into the camera. We had to actually, basically, I guess in layman's term, put a jumper wire in one of the speaker wires, and then get a attenuator and reduce the sound that comes out of the speaker and feed it directly into the camera. If you watch any of my videos, that'll give you some more explanation of what I'm talking about. But you need to put sound into your camera from the soundboard at the church. That would allow you to have a good clean output into the camera that will be easy for people to hear and understand, because people will watch the video, but if the sound is messed up, we found out the hard way, when the sound is messed up, the whole video is messed up. Because when we started out, there were a few videos that we just couldn't even put up on the internet because they sounded really bad. We didn't and that's the thing about watching videos like this and watching videos on YouTube. You get a lot of good information from videos like this and from YouTube, but you don't always get all the information that you need. And we didn't have all the information when we started out, and we quickly found out that the audio was just as important as the video. We knew a whole lot about the video side and doing small events, but when you're videotaping a large concert and the people that are doing the performance are 200, 300 feet away, and you cannot get a good clean sound out of the air from listening to the speakers, you need to have a way to have that sound connected directly to your cameras or directly into your recording device, so that the sound will sound very clear and crisp, and it won't be distorted. Otherwise, the product is not going to be that good, and you're not going to get a whole lot of people to watch it. So basically, start out with a camera, and that's really all you need, a good camera. This camera is 4K, so it costs a little bit, but the better the camera, the better the picture, the better the sound. Most of the cheaper cameras don't have the mic input. Even like this camera, this is a fairly expensive camera from back in the day. This was one of the cameras that we started out with. My dad started out with when he started this company. But this camera is only good for short films, and you'll find out about that. It's not really made for doing long form recording. There's some technical things that go into it, which is why I prefer the camcorders over the DSLRs, but it also does not have a audio. It doesn't have inputs where you can put it doesn't have a mic input, so you cannot put audio directly into it. You have to rely on the speakers from the camera, so you don't get as good a quality of sound doing it that way. So for a variety of other reasons, I prefer, especially for any recordings that are going over a half an hour, I prefer using a camcorder, because one of the other things is, like I mentioned earlier, you can record on your camcorder, and it can also record and output the video feed at the same time. So you can record through the camcorder, so whatever the camcorder is seeing, it will record, and you can also record into the computer and do all your switching, but each camera can have their own backup. So if something happens and your footage in the computer gets messed up, you can at least have all the backup video from the cameras to fix whatever happened, or even put a whole thing together in post-production. It's a little easier when you have the computer and you can do all the switching, but you can actually also do it without it, with multiple cameras, if all of those cameras are recording at the same time. So that's getting into more complicated stuff after you've been doing it for a while and the church progresses. But one of the things you need to really do is make sure you get a good camera with a mic input, external mic input, and a good quality camera. It will be the first and most important piece of equipment that you get, because most churches already have the soundboard. So the camera will be the most important and first thing that you get, that you need to record the video. And then you have to figure out a way to get sound from the soundboard into the video. That's not that expensive to do. That is usually a cable and one other device, if depending on how far away the soundboard is from the camera. So that's what you need to stream your video. A camera of good quality. The better the quality of the camera, the better the quality of your video and your audio input. So good luck, and I hope this answers some questions. This is not a tutorial. This is just a information video to help you decide, or not decide, to help you realize that it's not that hard to stream to the internet. Really, you need a camera and a way to get the video to the internet, and basically a camera and a social media account, and then you can get your media out to the world. So it's really basically that easy. Some people will tell you even the cheapest thing is to use your phone, but using your phone is not a good idea. That the quality of video for a blogger, a vlogger, whatever, for them that might be a good idea, but normally in a church setting or even in an interview setting, you're not really close enough to the audience. I mean, not the audience, but you're not really close enough to the people talking to really get any kind of quality in your recordings. A vlogger using their phone is an arm's length away, and so you can pick up sound good and you can pick up a good picture, but they might be a little bit more than an arm's length when they use those selfie sticks and all of that, but that's not good for getting your message out in a quality manner. So get yourself a good camera and good luck. If you need help, the contact information is in the on the account page and on our website. We're glad to help. Give us a call. But it's easier to get started than you think. It will help engage your community, especially in times like this. The church needs a way to get the message out to their church community and make sure that they stay fed. Alright, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe. Alright, have a good one.